Hello and welcome to Big Scott 35. Let's talk. A little late this week with this one. Little, little life thing. If y'all watch my channel, you know I was having issues with shingles. I was out of work for a while. Started back on this past Friday and worked the weekend, the July 4th weekend, and so a little hectic, getting back into the rhythm of things, and uh, haven't got back to people on my last video, which I apologize because I have some very good uh, things to respond to on that one. I really appreciate it. Uh, and I was gonna do a little follow up on this one tonight on my registry, go a little bit over it. Not everybody understands the registry, uh, and just how I'm going about things with this registry now that PSA and the pricing. And that's kind of what kind of took over is that, and just some other things that's going on in this last week or so in the hobby. Uh, and just following up on my last let's talk. And let me start off with that with the Mike O. Man, great talking with him. Nice chit chat about the hobby. Appreciate all the views and the people leaving comments, and uh, it was an hour long, and I appreciate everybody that stuck in there and watched it. Hopefully, I know when I get long videos like that, I'm usually sorting cards. I may even have a baseball game on, and I turn the volume down and listen to the videos, and while I'm sorting cards or doing something else. Uh, while I play video games, turn on some long videos, listen to them, the podcasts and stuff like that. So I appreciate everybody that did that, and hopefully I can have on some more people in the future for a hobby, because that's what I'm about the hobby, and I'll touch on that a little bit later on. Uh, Start off with PSA and opening on July 1st. I don't think I don't want to say anybody. I think most people that deal with it and heard numbers, heard 10 million. I've heard as much as 16 million cards in backlog. And, they came out and said it wasn't about catching up, getting it out the front door. It was about catching up that all the stuff that came in before the price hike, and where they had to shut down the post office in California there. Uh, so I guess everybody that sent stuff in, it sounds like everybody has got them logged in, and everybody got them on the same date and everything, which good luck. That PSA order I showed was almost a year. And like I've been talking to people, they've been doing hiring, but it sounds like it's more people for the logistics side, maybe not a lot of graders. And then you have to train those graders, so I shutting down doesn't increase how many they get graded in a week. It's going to be, who knows how long they're going to take to catch up, if they ever catch up. This could be a forever thing. When they open everything back up, there's going to be, if they make a bulk rate or economy rate at any reasonable price, and I'm talking like a $50 economy rate, they're going to get slammed. They're going to. So I think they're kind of bracing for that. And I wasn't shocked when they did this $200. I think that's their plan, is to little by little. Might be another 3 months before they go to the next one. Who knows? I haven't heard anything or seen anything, and I'm not really, I've expressed it before about the set registry, which really got me into the grading game. Now I'm looking for those cards already graded for my Gary Carters, because I'm at a point now where buying the card raw and getting it graded, I think I paid $10 a card for that last one I sent out, and I think I even sent out some at $15 a card or 14, whatever it was. And I much more than that, I really just don't see. I went back and forth at like $15, so it's where my entertainment value is, because they're not for resale. They're mine. They're in my PC. Um, I've said it a million times. I have a bunch of cards here that I got for sale. I'm putting stuff in. I've kind of slowed down some, because if I don't sell them, I don't sell them. I'm starting to price some cards a little bit more, just because if I don't sell them, I'm not buying as much, so I don't have as much in my space as I was doing 2 years ago, and that's due to the environment, the way the hobby is now. I'm not buying boxes to open. I'm not buying much retail. I got some Bowman when they were on Target. I haven't seen a Series 2. I purchased a Series 2 Mets team set. I did pick up a Conforto card that was in Series 2 that I will be showing in a future video that I'm very excited about. And that's just how it is. And it's kind of changed how I do things, and I'm not upset about it. I was like, I do have, man, I wish I can have some packs to open. I love ripping. I do get that. Last week I was getting a little antsy, and I try to make it where I buy something where almost every day I have something coming in the mail. And it's nothing big. It's, sport lots, or, $10 or tops.com. Nothing huge. But just something to kind of look forward to in a hobby. Because I really do look forward to that. And speaking on PSA, with the 200, like I said, it's up to a $3,400 card or whatever. So they're still playing in the big boy pool. They're not. This isn't for the everyday, and they're doing it purposely. They're controlling their inflow. That's 100% what they're doing. But I guarantee you, when we go to the National, there will be a line the first few days for the $300. And I've heard people saying they're going to do it, and it's their money. They can do whatever they want, and maybe their cards are going to have to pay that much anyway. Big boy cards, so it's feasible for them. Me, I don't have those, so or I'm not paying $300 to get those cards graded. I don't see where at that point. I see where the value is for reselling, but those cards I'm probably keeping in my collection anyway. So, but anyway, enough on that. The company that owns PSA bought Golden. My thought on that, I just think it's guys that really like the hobby. They see something else that's made ungodly amount of money this year, and they want it, and they got it. The only time that I think it'll be a red flag is if Golden offers an option where you send us your raw cards, we get them graded with PSA, and then that'll be in the percentage of how much we keep back of what we sell it for on the auction. That option. That's the only red flag that I see if that ever happens. If that don't happen, and even with that, I just don't. I don't know what the benefit is of, just giving out tens, because that's just going to come back to bite them. And, they live through the trimming and the bad, cards. They got that, and people still love them. But sooner or later, something like that, and that just why they got the goose that laid the golden egg. Why screw that up at this moment? You know, I kind of believe that. Jeremy, I believe is his name, on Hobby Talk, I think, Hobby Hotline, I think it's the name of it, on Saturday mornings. I watch a lot. Was talking like that, and I believe it to a certain extent. But these guys are rich for a reason. If they can see a way to make $1, they're going to make that dollar. He was saying, "Oh, they're not going to blow $1 billion over $1,000." They can see they can make it. That's why they're rich. Those thousands add up, and but I don't really see a bigger play than just another money making golden egg. Two gooses that lay golden eggs is better than one. So and if they can work them hand in hand in some way to streamline auction housing, it could work better for the seller in the long run. Why not? But they're not under the same house. They're not in the, they're still being operated, it seems like, separately. So at this point, I don't see much to that. So on to like national, and I guess the why you should go, not go. Everybody's been making, not everybody, it's been some videos and comments, but I'm, even if a lot of people are going, not everybody is going, right? And not everybody is in this hobby for the same reason. And, I do have a problem. I'm going to say this, and I've been keeping this to myself the whole time, that people that are in it to purely make money, it's not a hobby. I think you need to look at the definition of what a hobby is. If you're in it and you're purely money driven, you might not even have a PC, or it's a very small PC, but you look at it as, I'm not going to sell it today, but it's something I will be selling a few years. It's still, to me, it's not a hobby for you. It's a purely money making, even if it's on the side of your regular job. I've been kind of keeping that to myself, my thought on that, and I find myself yelling at my screen when people are talking like that. So when you weigh out, for me, going to the national, I said this with Mike, it is my vacation. When I choose my weeks off every year at my job, the national is my first pick. That's it. And I have a bank account for the national that I have. So, I had to dip in it this year before, but it's there for almost exclusively for the national. And if something comes up, last year, I used it for other things. I kind of went crazy on buying some stuff during the summer last year, especially when they did open up card shows here. But that was the more helped my sanity during the pandemic, because I was still not doing well through it. And but it's all personal, and I have no problem. They've sold out on VIP passes. I got mine last year, not for the last year's show. I showed you that I made my purchases in November, December last year, because I was that sure that this was going to happen. And I'm still not 100% sure until I'm standing in that convention, till I'm there. But I am excited. The guys, when I went back to work, everybody's, because they know this is my thing, and they talk to me. It's interesting to them, believe it or not. Not all of them are in the hobby, but a couple of guys were talking about, maybe it's a 5.5 hour drive. So they're thinking about driving and maybe crashing a night or something with me. So it is what it is, and it is hard to try to explain to somebody how big this is on a physical level, like the actual show itself, and just being in an area where everybody is like-minded. You could be. This is where I don't have a problem with investing at all. It is part of the hobby. It is part of it. But this is where everybody shares in it because it's about the cards. It don't matter if you're buying to flip, buying for your PC. It's still about the cards. You're having conversations about the hobby, and it's just the first few years I went, I didn't have any online presence. Like I said before, I was still learning. So, last time I went, I had a little bit better online presence. Some of the other YouTubers recognized me. Nobody in the non-YouTube world did, which is fine with me. I just like to go but you could sit down at a table with somebody else, don't know them from Adam, and it's about the hobby. You have an instant conversation because first you're going to go, hey, where are you from? What do you collect? Are you looking for anything special? I had people point me in the direction for things. So, and I'll do a later video when we get closer, probably the Sunday before I go, about what my thoughts are on that. I'm not going to do a tutorial this year. There's plenty of that. If you, Mike Baseball Collector on his Baseball Collector show channel now, he has a great video on if you've never been to the National and what to expect, and I'll touch a little bit on it, but it's going to be more what I'm looking for and kind of what my intentions are at the Nat. I might not tell you exactly what I'm looking for, but you'll get a gist. Because if I do get it, I want it to be a surprise. I don't want to ruin anything. Because I have a very short list this year, and we'll see. So with all that being said, go, not go, have fun. I do suggest everybody should go one time. If you're in if this is your passion, it is just once, and you will see. If you've never went and you're talking about pure numbers, I get it, but if you go, you'll understand a little bit more where everybody else is coming from. That's it. And I respect anybody's decision on not going 1 day, 2 days, 3 days from, start to end, all that stuff, whatever you can do, or not do. And there's a lot of people that can't go and live through the videos of the people that did go. You still share in the visit with that. So with that being said, I don't know about anything else that happened this week. It was, that was kind of, we should be all excited about the National. Going, not going, whatever. It was pretty big negative and wow, who cares if, everybody has their, whatever, their own thoughts on it. And, I'm happy. I'm excited. It's not going to get me down because what's today? The 5th? What's that? 22 days, 21 days, something like that. We're there. I think I'm going on the 26th, 27th. I can't remember. So that's all I'm worried about. I know I got 3 weeks of work. That's it. And I am out of there. Because like I said, I'm going to the Des Moines show the week before. So that is the appetizer for the main meal. And that's how I'm looking at it. And I just want to check that out just to see what it's about. And just see some cards. So, let me know how you feel. I know with how it was scheduled last minute, and so many big shows this year. People also spent whatever money they have set aside for the national, because people do set aside, because the national, you go there to buy that. If you're going to make that trip, you kind of want to make a memorable purchase without, you know, I have some very, and I'll bring that up, and I'll probably show off a couple of cards that are memorable that I've purchased at the national, uh, and talk about one that I let go here in this past 2 weeks. So, uh, just, if you would, just let me know what your thoughts are. I know a lot of people said that they're not able to go and shoot for AC 22. I'm sure uh, those back pages, Eric, will have that hashtag going. So, in 4 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever weeks it is after that, he starts that hashtag. So, uh, till then, just, let's be uplifting in the hobby. I didn't hear too many negatives, just more expressions of why they go and trying to express why you should go. And, it is what it is, and you make your decision. So, till next time, like I said, I keep saying, let's be uplifting in this hobby. Leave a like, share, dislike. If you dislike, please tell me, what I could do better. I'm trying to do better with my surroundings. So have a good one. And I hope everybody had a good July 4th. I forgot to say that. See ya.